1434, a Flemish painter locked a single moment in time, forever. A man, a woman, a quiet room, no battle, no blood, nothing that looks tragic at first glance. Yet historians call this one of the most haunting paintings in human history. Why would a simple portrait of a merchant and his wife carry centuries of sorrow, mystery, and unanswered questions? The answer lies hidden inside the room itself, in a mirror, in a dog, in a pair of discarded shoes. Today, we uncover the secrets behind Jan van Eyck's masterpiece, and the tragedy painted quietly into its corners. Jan van Eyck wasn't just an artist. He was a court painter, a diplomat, and one of the first masters of oil paint in Europe. Working in Bruges, in the wealthy trading heart of Flanders, he developed techniques so precise that his paintings still look almost photographic 600 years later. Every fold of fabric, every ray of light, every reflection was rendered with obsessive detail. Van Eyck didn't just paint what he saw, he painted symbols, hidden messages and personal signatures into his work. And in this particular painting, those hidden details would one day fuel centuries of debate. The painting shows a man and a woman standing in a bedroom, hands gently joined. He is dressed in dark, expensive fur-trimmed robes. She wears a heavy green gown, her hand resting protectively over her stomach. For centuries, art historians believed this scene captured a wedding, or even a secret betrothal. The identity of the couple has long been debated, though many link them to the wealthy merchant class of Bruges. But look closer at their expressions. There's no joy here, no smiles, just stillness, formality, and an unspoken heaviness that seems to fill the entire room. The woman's rounded stomach sparked one of art history's longest-running myths, that she was pregnant, and that this portrait secretly memorialized a wife who would soon die in childbirth. It's a devastating romantic theory, but most historians today reject it. The gathered fabric over her stomach was simply high fashion for the era, a style meant to suggest fertility and prosperity, not to depict an actual pregnancy. Still, the myth persists, because it fits so perfectly with the mood of the painting. A portrait that feels less like a celebration and more like a quiet goodbye. Above the couple hangs a bronze chandelier with 6 candle holders. Only one candle is lit, and it burns on the man's side of the room. In medieval symbolism, a solitary lit candle often represented the presence of God, or the flame of a marriage vow. But some scholars see something darker, a symbol of a life still burning, beside an unlit, extinguished future. Candlelight in art was rarely accidental. Van Eyck placed it precisely, deliberately, forcing viewers for 6 centuries to ask the same unsettling question. What, or who, does that single flame represent? A small dog stands between the couple, staring directly at the viewer. Dogs in Northern Renaissance paintings almost always symbolize loyalty and fidelity. But this dog is oddly isolated, small, and slightly unsettling in its stillness, much like everything else in the room. Some historians read it as a marriage symbol, a promise of devotion between husband and wife. Others see it as a silent witness, present at a moment that feels less like a happy union and more like a solemn oath, one being made in the shadow of something unspoken and uncertain. On the floor near the couple lie 2 pairs of shoes, removed and abandoned. In religious art of the period, removing one's shoes signaled sacred, holy ground, a nod to Moses at the burning bush. This detail suggests the room itself was meant to feel like a sanctified space, elevating a simple domestic bedroom into something spiritual. But abandoned shoes also carry a quieter, sadder reading. The idea of a journey paused, a life stepping away from the physical world and into something more solemn, more permanent, more final. Behind the couple hangs a small convex mirror, and inside it, Van Eyck painted an entire hidden world. 2 additional figures standing in the doorway, watching the scene unfold. Around the mirror's frame are 10 miniature scenes from the Passion of Christ. This tiny mirror is arguably the most famous detail in Western art, a masterclass in technical skill. But it also transforms the painting into something voyeuristic and eerie. as if we, the viewers, are not simply looking at this couple, but being watched back, pulled into their room, their moment, their fate. Above the mirror in elegant Latin script, Van Eyck wrote, "Johannes de Eyck fuit hic." Jan van Eyck was here. It wasn't a typical signature, it was a witness statement, as if the painter himself were present at whatever event this room depicts. Some historians believe the painting recorded a real legal or marital ceremony, with Van Eyck standing in as a formal witness. This single inscription elevated portrait painting into something closer to documentation, turning an ordinary domestic scene into a legally symbolic, almost sacred historical record. So where is the tragedy? It isn't in blood or violence, it's in ambiguity. We don't know who these people truly were. We don't know if the woman survived long after this portrait. We don't know the true meaning of the candle, the mirror, or the dog. The tragedy of this painting is the tragedy of time itself, a couple frozen in a single, perfect, deeply symbolic moment, while every truth about their lives quietly dissolved into history, leaving only guesses behind. For nearly 600 years, this small oil painting has survived wars, theft, and the slow decay of time. It now hangs in the National Gallery in London, still sparking debate among historians, still hiding secrets in its brushstrokes. Its survival is almost as remarkable as its symbolism, a fragile wooden panel that outlived empires, revolutions, and the very people it depicts. In a strange way, the painting achieved the immortality its subjects never had, freezing two unnamed lives into something that would outlast almost everything else from their century. Perhaps that is the deepest tragedy of all. Not a hidden death, not a secret curse, but the quiet erasure of two real human beings, reduced now to theories, symbols, and mirror reflections. We remember the painting, we've almost forgotten the people, and maybe that's exactly what makes it timeless. A portrait that was never really about who they were, but about how completely a moment, any moment, can vanish, leaving only art behind to whisper that someone once was here.